The ATF is a disaster. I mean, for decades, they've been a disaster agency, and they've been violating the constitutional, Second Amendment.
So Congressman Burlison is out here swinging for the fences with a plan to straight up abolish the ATF. Not tweak it, not reform it, shut the whole thing down.
Hey, I'm Congressman Eric Burlison, and my first day in office, I filed a bill to repeal the National Firearms Act. In addition, I co-sponsored a bill by my good friend Matt Gaetz to abolish the ATF. And while we are super excited for Matt Gaetz to be our Attorney General, he's leaving the vacuum behind. Well, I'm happy to announce right now that I'm stepping in, and in January, I will be filing the bill that Matt Gaetz sponsored to abolish the ATF. Why? Because we're fighting for you.
Yeah, that's bold. And today, I'm going to break down what Burlison's trying to do and why he thinks it's necessary and whether it's even possible. And of course, you know I'm going to give you my take. Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty, I've got some exciting news. The Black Friday sale at shop.mrcolionnoir.com is extended through Sunday. Right now, everything is 20% off when you use the code RIGHTTOBEAR at checkout. Let me break it down for you. First up, the LifePod XR Colion Noir Edition. This isn't just another gun case. It's a full-blown modular firearm storage system in my signature CN camo color scheme. You're getting a water-repellent accessory case, a lid organizer, 3 pistol racks, a magazine rack, and more. It's lightweight yet rugged, weather-resistant, airtight, and TSA compliant. And with SmartSense technology and a weatherproof biometric scanner, your gear stays secure no matter where you take it. Then there's the AKT1 Blackouts, the ultimate Bluetooth-enabled in-ear hearing protection. These things are a game changer for me and will be a game changer for you at the range, offering you advanced noise reduction, 6-time hearing enhancement, and incredible sound quality for your favorite playlist or phone calls. They're sweat-proof, built to last, and comfortable enough to wear all day. Whether you're shooting, listening to music, or taking calls between sets, they got you covered. And it doesn't stop there. All my hats, my shirts, my hoodies, and drinkware in all of our designs, including the Bold Defend America collection and the conversation starting Right to Bear Arms collection, are also 20% off. These deals won't last forever. The sale ends Sunday night. So hit the link in my bio, stock up, and use the code Right to Bear to lock in your discount. All right, now back to this video. All right, so here's the deal. Congressman Eric Burlison has had it with the ATF. He's saying they've been a hot mess for decades, violating the Second Amendment, making up rules as they go, and just generally being a thorn in the side of law-abiding gun owners.
They have a long history of mistakes, of abusing individuals' Second Amendment rights, all the way back to Ruby Ridge, what happened at Waco, and then you had the Operation Fast and Furious. I mean, this is an agency that it just continues to violate citizens' rights and Second Amendment rights. And I think that at the end of the day, this agency needs to be abolished, and we need to let the states police what happens at the states.
Now, his plan is to abolish the ATF completely and let the states handle gun laws. That's it. No Band-Aids, no half measures, just get rid of them. And honestly, I get it. I mean, look at what the ATF's been doing recently. Take stabilizing braces, for instance. Those were designed to help disable shooters, and the ATF turned around and said, nah, let's just make millions of gun owners criminals overnight. Or how about the rule on 80% receivers? Now they're claiming chunks of unfinished metal are firearms. It's like calling a block of wood a house because it could be one day. Burlison's argument is simple. Enough is enough. Let's stop with the federal overreach and give the power back to the states. And you know what? I don't think he's wrong. I'm just going to be real. I don't think the ATF is about public safety anymore. It's about control. It's not like they spend most of their time out here chasing criminals or stopping illegal gun trafficking. No, they're busy harassing law-abiding gun owners over nonsense like bump stocks and braces. Like, really, we're talking about braces.
What they do is they co-opt or they commandeer local law enforcement. The problem is you're co-opting or commandeering law enforcement to enforce laws that the legislators in those states have never passed.
And don't even get me started on their history. Ruby Ridge, Waco, they've been screwing things up for decades. Even Congress had to step in back in the day and call out their constitutionally and legally reprehensible tactics. That's not my opinion, that's Congress saying that shit. But here's the part that really gets on my nerves. We, the taxpayers, have to sue our own government to protect the rights guaranteed by the Constitution. Think about that for a second. We're literally funding the agency that's trying to take away our rights. If that doesn't make you mad, I don't know what will. So the big question is, Can this actually happen? On paper, yeah, it sure can. Republicans have the Congress, Trump's heading back into the White House, but we all know politics will politic. And politicking is what they do.
I think that we can accomplish the agenda, the goal, in a number of ways. We can, if this bill is not going to pass, we're not going to abolish it, in law, then we can defund it. If we can't defund it, then we will find any and every rule that they're abusing and that gives them their authority, and we can repeal those.
I'm sure there are plenty of Republicans that won't touch this with a 10-foot pole. Some don't want to upset voters in purple states. Others are just scared of the backlash. And let's not forget, politics is like trying to hurt cats. It's chaotic, it's messy, and half the time, nothing gets done. So, do I think it'll happen? Honestly, I'm not really holding my breath. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't fight for it. If nothing else, Burlison's bill puts the ATF's nonsense under a spotlight. It forces people to ask, why do we even have this agency in the first place? And that's a conversation that we do need to have. Look, whether or not the ATF gets abolished, this whole situation highlights a bigger issue. The Second Amendment community has been stuck playing defense for way too long. We're always fighting to stop bad laws and bad policies, but we're never gaining ground. It's time to flip the script. Let's push for national reciprocity. Let's push for getting rid of the NFA. Let's go after everything they've taken from us and start reclaiming our rights. And this isn't just about politics either. It's about culture. Take people to the range. Wear your 2A merch with pride. Have those conversations about why the Second Amendment matters. Because when we win the culture war, the political fight becomes a whole lot easier. This plan to abolish the ATF is exactly the kind of bold move we need right now. Whether it passes or not, it's a step in the right direction. It's a reminder that we don't have to settle for playing defense all the damn time. We've got an opportunity here to fight back, to reclaim our rights, and to build a culture that doesn't just protect the Second Amendment, but celebrates it. And don't forget, the Black Friday sale is still live, but only through Sunday night. So head over to shop.mrcolonnoir.com, stock up, and use the code RIGHTTOBEAR to save 20%. One thing's for certain and two things are for sure. Politicians and tech giants don't want gun content to be recommended to you. And we're all fighting this culture war together. Now, you can help do your part by liking, commenting, subscribing to the channel, but most importantly, sharing this video with at least one person. Together, we can stop the suppression of our 2A rights. And don't forget to click the link in the description section of this video for the products that I mentioned in this video.